Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Adrian Cross and you're watching Adrian's EP Reviews. Now today it's the 30th of May 2025. It's exactly 50 years ago today that Elvis performed what would be, in my opinion, one of his greatest tours ever. Now Elvis would appear on the 30th of May in 1975 at Huntsville, the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Now, for me, one fantastic tour, absolutely love it. He did 5 sellout shows from the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, and all the shows were fantastic. That was tour 14. And today I just want to mark the event by making a video, really, because it's one of my favourite tours anyway. And tomorrow, the 31st of May, happens to be my birthday as well. So it's pretty cool to know where Elvis were performing on the evening of my birthday. So now on the 30th of May, it was his opening night show. The very next day, on the 31st of May, he did a matinee show. Then that same evening, he did an evening show. Then the day after that, on the 1st of June, again, he did a matinee show. And then he closed out his evening show in Huntsville and headed for the airport and on with the tour. Now, in 1975, when he hit Huntsville in the early hours of the 30th of May. There's footage out there on YouTube where it shows you him leaving the airport in a limousine and walking into his hotel. I think it was Channel 19, which must have been a local news station in Huntsville, actually recorded that, and it's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, you need to have a look at that on YouTube. It's a great clip. Now, for the start of this tour in Huntsville, Elvis introduced a new wardrobe as well. So that's when we got the jumpsuits, the Indian feather jumpsuit, or otherwise known as the chief suit. The Phoenix suits, the white on blue, the black on white suit, and the red on white suit. Fantastic jumpsuits. I love all those jumpsuits. The Phoenix are definitely up there. I think I have a special affection for the Phoenix jumpsuit because of the Pittsburgh show in '76. But nevertheless, he looked great. For 40 years old, and what were being said in the media at the time, which I think were pretty unfair, I think he looked pretty good. So I just want to mark the occasion. I don't want to let it go by without doing a little video about it, because for me, the Tour 14 and the Huntsville shows, definitely some of my favourite shows. I always listen to an Huntsville show from '75. They're probably my most played shows within my collection. So I really like them. So anyway, what I'm going to do today, I've just got a couple of items that I'm going to show you. Now, this is the opening show from the 30th of May. We'll take a look at that in more depth in a little while. It's an audience recording, not that brilliant if I'm honest. The show's fantastic, the quality is not that good. Unfortunately, when you consider the other 4 shows are soundboards, such a shame that's not. But as a completist, you want it in your collection, don't you? So you've got all 5 of the shows from Huntsville. So we're going to take a look at that in a little bit more detail. Then, quite a few years ago, I purchased a DVD. This is from the matinee show on the 1st of June in Huntsville. And as you can see, this is called Rockin' Huntsville. Now, it's not a bad watch, if I'm honest, but with releases after that, the sold out volumes, I think we've been spoiled with better quality footage. But nevertheless, I've watched it I used to watch it quite often. I don't watch it as often now with, like I said, the sold out collection. Much better quality on the sold out. Then, after looking at the DVD in a bit more detail, I want to take another look at this. Now, this has got the other 4 shows from Huntsville on, but also has pretty much most of the rest of the tour, which then ends up concluding in Memphis on the 10th of June. So, that's the 3 items I just want to take a look at with you, if you don't mind. So, yeah. So let's take a look at those in a little bit more detail, shall we? The first thing I'd like to show you is this CD. Now, as you can see, this is the opening night performance from Huntsville on the 30th of May 1975. Now, even though this is a really good show, unfortunately the quality isn't that great. This is an audience recording. Now, the other 4 shows from Huntsville are all soundboard. It's such a shame this wasn't available on soundboard either. But being a completist, I did want to add this to my collection. Now, this was a very hard CD to find. I ended up getting this from a gentleman in Spain, and I did pay far too much for it as well. But I did want it for my collection. I was aware of it before I purchased it being an audience recording, and I paid way too much for it, but I did want it in my collection. So, the front cover. Now, love that picture on the front cover of the CD. I think that's awesome. I think it's really nice. Now, if we turn it over and we take a look at the back, and you can see you've got the track listing for the show at the top and a lovely action shot underneath. So, yeah, great track listing, typical for this Tour 14. Pretty much stayed the same. Like usual in his tours, he would add a song or he would drop a song, depending on the show, how he felt at the time. But that is basically the track listing that would be throughout Tour number 14. So, anyway, so that is the first item I want us to take a look at. Yeah, that's the CD on the right, and there's a little picture on the left. So we'll move that out and we'll take a look at the next item. And this is a DVD that I purchased. As you can see, it's called Rockin' Huntsville, and this was from June the 1st, and this was the dinner show. Now, I got this off eBay, and that's the design on the back of the DVD case. Now, you can see the track listing. It's a very edited version of the dinner show, but nevertheless, I just wanted to show you guys this. I do watch it from time to time, and the footage, isn't, well, it's not bad, it's watchable. I've seen better, especially with the sold out volumes that came out after this. There's definitely better footage out there, but nevertheless, I wanted this for my Huntsville collection. So yeah, so that is the DVD inside. Yeah, so that's Rockin' Huntsville on DVD. So if we move that out and we'll bring this box set in. Now, this has been seen a few times on my channel, but not only does this hold the Huntsville shows, but this has got pretty much most of the other shows as well. So I just thought we'd take a look, because it's all the shows from this tour, in my opinion, are all brilliant. Now, I purchased this box set a few years ago. I paid £150 for it, but I think it's because it's limited edition, it's such a low number number 7 out of 500. I think that's probably why I paid a lot for it. That is the back of the box set, and as you can see, the Huntsville shows are CD1, and that's the matinee show from the 31st of May. The second CD is the evening show. The third CD is the dinner show, which we've just taken a look at, that DVD, and that's that show. CD 4 is the closing show on the evening of the 1st of June. And then the rest of the CDs, you've got Mobile, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Houston, Dallas, Jackson, and then finally closing out the tour in Memphis, Tennessee on the 10th of June. Now that is definitely one of my favourite box sets because it's one of my favourite tours. So when you open that up, you get a lovely little booklet which we'll take a look at. Now, all the CDs are all the same design, so I'm not going to get them all out, but that just gives you an idea of what the design of the CDs are, which I don't think are brilliant, but let's face it, it's the music on them that's the important thing. So if we move that out, and we'll take a brief look at this booklet. So this is a booklet, the booklet that accompanies that set. Now, this is the matinee show from Huntsville, and that is a track listing, and unfortunately they are all incomplete shows. Well, these are incomplete shows from Huntsville. That is the evening show, and as you can see, it gives you the information of what particular suit he happens to be wearing that night or that day. CD3, now I did say they were all incomplete. Now what they've done on CD3 is they've brought in the opening riff and CC Rider from an alternate concert, which the information is there at the bottom of that page, and that's what that tells you. So then we turn a page and we're on disc 4, and that is the closing show from Huntsville before he heads out to Mobile, Alabama, and that's CD 5. Yeah. Then we take it to CD 6. Yeah. And as you can see, and CD 7 there, and as you can see, the track listing basically stays the same throughout the tour. Some lovely pictures in the middle of the booklet, just beautiful. Yeah, great little booklet. It's a fantastic box set. I do love this box set. Tour number 14 is what it's called, and it's awesome. If you come across this and you haven't got it in your collection, it's definitely worth picking up. If you can get it cheap enough, then it's worth picking up and adding to your collection. It's awesome. So there, and that is a lovely picture of Elvis in his Indian feather jumpsuit, or his chief suit, whatever you want to call it. Right, and that's a little look at the items. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at those sets. I really love the Tour 14, absolute beautiful box set. I've had this a number of years, like I said earlier in the video, but it's definitely one of my favourite box sets. But anyway, before I go, I just want to tell you there's Michael and Jay, who have a YouTube channel. It's called EP Back on Tour. Now, at the moment, they're doing a series of fan reactions from people that were actually at the Huntsville shows in '75. Now, if you've not seen them, they're really interesting. Pop along and take a look at EP Back on Tour with Jay and Michael. There's fan reactions to and stories about the Huntsville shows, and they're really interesting, so that's worth a watch. But like I said, I just wanted to mark the occasion because for me, like I said, one of the best tours in years. As far as I'm concerned, it's just my opinion, guys. I know we've all got different opinions, but that's just my opinion. I just didn't want to let today go by without marking the occasions. 50 years ago, when we got the fabulous Huntsville shows in Huntsville, Alabama. And they are awesome. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Until we see you again, take care. Bye-bye for now.